Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's shocking video showing the absolute devastation in the Pacific Palisades. The footage reveals mile after mile of scorched earth where beautiful homes once existed.
The devastation is complete and just jaw-dropping.
Officials now say thousands of structures have burned to the ground. Today, the Pacific Palisades is still on fire. The frustration, of course, is for firefighters. It's like a giant game of whack-a-mole. You never know where the fire is going to hopscotch. Hours ago, this house was fine, but it caught fire this morning. The entire house was decimated by flames. Dramatic footage shows a cliffside home engulfed in towering flames. It's a total loss. But less severe wind conditions did allow firefighters to finally gain the upper hand, launching water drops from helicopters to save the heart of Hollywood. Fury is growing today over the lack of water supply that has hindered firefighters as they battle fires around Los Angeles.
Our neighbor's house is going up. We're going up. There's no water.
This homeowner is irate as he records his house going up in flames while his 84-year-old father and his daughter try to douse the fire with a garden hose. Suddenly, he says, the water stops.
There's no water. I can't save my house.
He tried his best, but the water literally stopped. Not one fire truck.
Today, I found actor Steve Guttenberg with a shovel, putting out hot spots on his neighbor's property. When I grabbed a hose to help, I discovered no water.
Well, there's no water. Steve, there's no water.
Was the water turned off recently, or is it just no pressure?
There's no water at all up here.
At a press conference, LA's Mayor Karen Bass was hit with a barrage of questions about reports of fire hydrants running out of water.
The water problems are a little better now because the winds are such that we can go up and have the air support. And you know that that was the reason that the devastation was so bad, the unprecedented wind.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Noga, January 10th, 2025. And it's currently 3:48 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Shalom, shalom, shalom. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. Be at peace, beloved. Be at peace. Be at peace, brothers and sisters. What you are seeing here is the work of the Holy One. What you are seeing here is the work of the Most High God Almighty. This is not the elite doing this to themselves, and this is not the work of some shady organization burning down millionaires and billionaires' places. Yea, indeed, there are a couple of somewhat ordinary people that their house is also gone, but overall, it's the so-called millionaire, billionaire, the elites of this society that this nation or the world adores so much, especially a lot of people, and a lot of people that look like us and folks that are in our nation, they worship the so-called celebrities. They can't get enough of their garbage. They can't get enough of their life, and they raise those so-called celebrities to a standard as being not only godly, but as God themselves. Now, as you can see, let me see if I can enlarge this. There we go. As you can see, beloved, this is a bird's eye view or aerial view of the neighborhood or community that is somewhat palisade, I believe. Palisades. Of course, we're going to see the definition of the word palisade. Let's put it right there. All right. What does the word palisades mean? What does the word palisades mean?
Here's the definition of palisade: a fence of wooden stakes or iron railings fixed in the ground, forming an enclosure or defense.
Palisade.
A fence, a wooden stakes, or iron railing fixed in the ground, forming an enclosure or defense. Fence, paling, enclosure, defense, barricade, stockage. So it's a form of citadel. It's a form of defense. Those people go stay there. It's a form of safety. They come and then they aggregated themselves in palisades with millionaire, billionaires, actors, and celebrities, and all those good stuff. And then they go over there. They put themselves in this area that they know they are protected. They are formed. They are encircled around by excuse me, by an enclosure that they call a palisade. So, of course, the spiritual meaning of this is defense. The Holy One brought their defense down because they have no offense. They have zero offense. They've been on offensive mode for over 400 years. It is just now the Holy One take their defense down. Of course, the word defense is another word for the army or the military, the American military, or the last head of the eagle, so to speak, which was the last defense, which fell. Okay. Now, beloved, we are going to go ahead through the eyes of the Holy Spirit to the knowledge the Most High God Almighty vested in us. We're going to look at all those videos and filter them, then again through the Holy Spirit, and see the truth. Because we don't just watch the news to watch the news. We watch the news because there are messages in there for us. Messages that are personally to each of you watching and listening. First question. When you look at the map from above, you can see all the houses that were there. They level up. They literally are flattened. Yes, indeed, it is the truth. This is real. Now, my question to so-called conspiracy theorists or the people that always give 83 the glory they don't deserve. For instance, where was those chemtrail? Why couldn't those elites use the chemtrail to put out the fire? Why couldn't they use their own cloud seeding technology to put this fire out of commission? Why didn't they use up to control the weather and drop an insane amount of snow over there or some form of atmospheric river? Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they use it? Why didn't they use what else? Those people they have so many things they control. I guess everything. I don't know why this thing was. Oh boy, the whole thing made me tired to think about it. But they didn't use none of that. Why? Because they don't have those technology. Why? Because they can't control the weather. Why? Because it's a bunch of bark, no bite. Those folks are giving way too much credit. People overestimated those people so much so that they cannot eat. Excuse me. Boy, I think I fell asleep a little bit here. Okay. Those people, the so-called, the people that are worshiping 83, they put those folks in a pedestal as if they are the true chosen children that God upon this earth. They can control the weather. They can create people. They can go to Mars. They can go to space. They can go to the moon. They can go to any other planet that they choose. They can fly. They cannot die. Remember the whole garbage about those people when they're about to die. They literally can take a baby or a little boy, little girl. They transfer the soul onto this baby, and then they live another 100 to 300 years. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how unexpected a brother or sister can do this? But they can. People are saying like, oh well, Biglevi, you have to understand the elite can do this. The elite are not doing hish. So if all those technologies that we just asked were not there to put the fire there, that is because the Most High God Almighty was and still is in the midst of them. That's why He made sure to humiliate them and send this woman to Ghana, I believe. Her name is Blas, Mary Blas. I'm not sure. And I don't know what she was doing. This is some presidential inauguration and things like that. And as you can see, there's a lot of people out there pushing our people to go to Ghana and things like that. So this is where the elites of California sent their people over there in Ghana and stuff like that. I'm not saying Ghana is not our people and things like that, but I'm just saying that's where she was. And folks wanted to blame it her. Well, first she is a blasso, and folks want to blame her because the place should have water. She cut $17 million out of the budget. All right, listen, 17 million. You don't, as a mayor, you don't just go around and cut $17 million without your boss, know about it, without your boss, split it with you. Or the boss is somewhat involved spending that whatever 70,000 to whatever. Oh boy, I'm really sleeping. Your boss. Give me a second. Oh boy. Yeah. You don't cut $17 million out of a budget of like the firefighter budget without your boss know about it, because people think that this mayor or whatever she is doesn't have a boss or somebody that is over her. You don't cut $17 million and then go to inauguration or vacation over there in Ghana or whatever. This is not something you just do on your own. You must have an approval, not only an approval. And again, LA or Los Angeles is not renowned around the world for their firefighters. Mostly they are known for their police brutality, the LAPD. That's why the money was taken to reinforce the police and stuff. What the police does, go around arresting people, okay, abusing their rights, and take those people in. And those people will be sent to prison, and those prisoners become firefighters. You pay them cheaper. So $17 million caught. Somebody had to either give the green light, or you're gonna have to share this with somebody. All right. So now we are going to, since we discuss, excuse me, since we discuss how those people don't have the power to either cause that or stop this. Where was CERN? Why didn't you people use your CERN to stop that? We keep asking this question. We're asking it day and night. Why didn't you use your ARP to stop that? Why didn't you use your fancy technology or stuff? So you mean to tell me the elite has a weapon called DEW and they use it on themselves? They could have easily used it in Campton, Englewood, or wherever our people are predominantly staying over there. They could have used it on Skid Row, but they didn't. They used it on themselves. This laser weapon, they use it on themselves. No, the fire is coming up from the portal. The fire spiritual is being made by, whatever you want to believe it or not, angelic being, whatever you want to call them, dragon or any other being. They are causing those fire. And there's nothing those people can do about it. Now, beloved, we're going to move to the video once more. There's a part that I want to explain to the people, like, no matter what you do, there will be always I'm talking about the 83 now. No matter what you do, there will be always something as an inconvenience to stop you from succeed to whatever you think you were going to succeed.
Thousands of structures have burned to the ground. Today, the Pacific Palisades is still on fire. The frustration, of course, is for firefighters. It's like a giant game of whack-a-mole. You never know where the fire is going to hopscotch. Hours ago, this house was fine, but it caught fire this morning. The entire house was decimated by flames. Dramatic footage shows a cliffside home engulfed in towering flames. It's a total loss. But less severe wind conditions did allow firefighters to finally gain the upper hand. launching water drops from helicopters to save the heart of Hollywood. Fury is growing today over the lack of water supply that has hindered firefighters as they battle fires around Los Angeles.
Our neighbor's house is going up. We're going.
There you go. So, yeah, of course, the American flag is burning. Those people, this is the arrogance of 83. They always think they can fight the element, though they can fight the Most High and stuff like that. They always think they can fight their way into this or lie their way into that. Now, you're fighting a fire that is somewhat considered as a blowtorch. The wind is going 100 miles an hour. That's a category Hurricane 2. And then you have a water hose. And then you're expecting not only to save your house, but to save your entire neighborhood. You people are unrealistic, and this is not pragmatic. Let's keep on watching.
Up. There's no water.
This homeowner is irate as he records his house going up in flames while his 84-year-old father and his daughter try to douse the fire with a garden hose.
Okay, father was 84. You know what to do. 84. If I was like 83, that would be like zing. Boy, he's 84. So you got an 84-year-old with a garden hose trying to put out a wildfire. You people are delusional. And for the life of me, I still don't know why those rich folks in California, especially around that time, didn't come up with some form of protection. With all the money and technology you people have, none of you could come up with something innovative that would protected your house, some kind of like interconnected pump that draw thing, or you would have some kind of under the earth river. Can't you people just build a vertical tunnel under the earth and then get what they call this thing again, the aquifer, the water, and then connect a pump in there just in case if there is any fire, you can just use the fire and use the water and then literally put it out. With all the money that you folks have, none of you can come up with a plan just in case if there's a disaster happen in your place, in your neighborhood, you'll be able to spare yourself. But again, things like that are not the track thinking of 83. Things like that, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like that, so, oh God. I'm keep falling asleep doing this thing. Oh, all right, let's keep on moving. I don't drink coffee.
Hose. Suddenly, he says, the water stops.
There's no water. I can't save my house.
He tried.
You can't save your house because, well, this is what it is. It's destruction. The Most High is in the midst. It's a good day. Well, Ice Cube was at least right.
His best, but the water literally stopped. Not one fire truck.
Today, I found actor Steve Guttenberg with a shovel, putting out hot spots on his neighbor's property. When I grabbed a hose to help, I discovered no water.
Okay, no water. All right, let's move to the next video.
Let's get to our ongoing coverage of the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles. At least 10 people we know have now died, and it's all because of at least 6 fires that are continuing to spread across Southern California. Now, officials.
All right, let me say another thing concerning the numbers of calamities, whatever they call it, numbers of casualties. 10 people. 10. You got to be freaking kidding me. Ten people. You got 10,000 structures destroy and you got 10 people, that means for every 1,000 structure, one person. You got over 100,000 to 200,000 evacuees. In the midst of those people that are evacuated, you find a handful of them are senior citizens. And what about all the people that suffer some medical chronic issue and the medication burn in those houses and things? How do you want them to continue to live? Are they going to be the same? Some of them have heart issue. Seeing and heard something about your house is burned down or your house is gone and you have heart issue, that that is something else. That is something else. So you mean to tell me there were or there was not any of the person that that died because I don't know other medical issue, heart attack, stroke, because this is not some calamities you will just gaze upon its eyes and say, hey, that was cool. I learned 100% of my lesson and I decided to move forward. Don't work like that. Well, it doesn't work like that. Where they... All right. Let me see. Let's keep moving right here.
Officials say they do expect that death toll to go up as they start to look through all of the homes. Have to think
it is not expected to go up. It's already up. They are pulling on North Carolina, Asheville into here. Remember Asheville? Till this day, they never did a follow-up, and they never told you the exact amount of people that perish, okay?
It's still very dangerous to get inside some of these areas right now.
Absolutely.
The structures are very fragile. So let's give you a live look now. This is from the Eaton fire. It's burned through thousands of acres. It's destroyed at least 1,000 structures. You don't see any glow right now from the flames at this point, but what you can see is that haze and the smoke that is sitting over the city. More than 800 firefighting personnel with the help of fixed-wing aircraft and helicopters, they're all trying to put these fires out. And this morning, 12 News anchor Troy Hayden is live for us inside. Well, he's actually at the Santa Monica area here where...
The irony, this dude is somewhere in Phoenix. I don't know, Phoenix, Arizona, or still California.
You've been speaking with a lot of people who've been impacted by this.
Yeah, Troy, we've been seeing all of the images, the video, the fire, and then the destruction, but being there, what is it really like?
Yeah, it's very intense, to be honest with you. Good to be with you this morning. We're getting ready to head out to that Eaton fire where you just showed those live pictures. Still 0% containment now. And again, the death toll rising from 7 to 10 overnight. And if it stays at 10, they'd be very fortunate here. We spent the day yesterday in Pacific Palisades. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a beautiful community. It's built right along the shores of the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful downtown, tree-lined streets with beautiful homes, and it's gone. I mean, the grocery store is gone. The bank is gone. And the fact that so many people did not get evacuation notices, the people we talked to, as a matter of fact, none of them got evacuation notices. They looked up and saw the smoke. They saw the flames coming over, and they got themselves out. So look,
it's all gone. The banks, nail salon, market, supermarket, restaurant, place those folks love to entertain, bars and things like that, they are all gone. There's nothing left. This is the exact feeling our beloved brothers and sisters felt during Black Wall Street, when you invade, burn down, and destroy our beautiful place. This is exactly what our ancestors feel, man. It's all gone. Guess what, beloved? this thing going to happen in Europe. You will see one of those wealthy places, and you're, I don't know, somewhere in Monaco, Moriano, Monaco, where they sell those, where those super rich go to race and live. Those women are buying those underwear for like $80,000 and rings and Yasharala cannot afford those type of jewelries. And what's gonna happen is some fire will ignite it over there in the midst of those rich people, and they won't be able to stop it, and then it will decimate the house. I don't know where. I don't know exactly if it's the island of La Palma over there again. La Palma is already destroyed. Bushcraft Bear cannot go back over there. You know, La Palma is destroyed. So I don't know where, but somewhere in Europe, the same thing will happen. Everything is gone.
Let's start with showing you what we saw yesterday. When people say it looks like a bomb went off in Pacific Palisades, you can see what they're talking about here. I have covered a number of urban wildfires over the course of my career, and I don't know if I've ever seen devastation this complete. You can see everything that's not stone or metal has basically disintegrated, been incinerated by the heat of this fire. We walked around and got a look at a bit of the neighborhood earlier today. One thing we do see just outside of Pacific Palisades is this: a long line of cars, worried residents wanting to check on their homes, to get back into the Palisades to see if their homes are still standing, get past this area here. Unfortunately, for most of them, depending on where they live, the news is not going to be good.
It's not
The
good.
house is gone, the Gelson's is gone, the library's gone. You know, 2/3 of the town is gone, and every other home has been destroyed.
And maybe the toughest thing you see here, residents who have been able to come back to their homes, and they're sifting through them trying to find anything they can, anything of value that may have survived these fires. One of the big dangers here in this devastated Palisades
Look, listen,
neighborhood,
beloved.
power
This
lines.
is, I
You
can
see
believe
this
people.
one.
I had a clown coming in our comment board and saying, well, you know, this is AI generated. I have somebody in that zone. They said nothing is happening, and I have a friend, brother in LA. I call him, saying, what's going on? They're like, well, it's not happening in LA, man. You know, this is real. And people believe those folks. Oh, how you have it? Because these whatever. You think this is AI? You think this is computer generated? You think this is fake? This is real.
Just dangling. And it's not just the lines themselves, it's the power poles. We're going to stay back a bit, but if you look closely at the bottom, you can see it's charged. They think possibly because it's so charred down there and burned, it has been weakened, and these poles could topple over. One of the things we heard a lot was there was a lack of water pressure up in this area when the fire was raging, and you can see this looks to be a water softener that's still leaking water, and you have to imagine dozens, maybe hundreds of leaks like this all throughout this neighborhood contributing to that low water pressure. And you can really see the heat of the fire that came through here. Believe it or not, this is a Tesla, or was a Tesla. Anything that's not metal has just been vaporized. Even the rubber on the tires completely gone. All the cloth on the seats. So this fire moved here with ferocity.
This is a Tesla? And then this dude holding the microphone number what?
Right, that we were looking at. One of the most poignant moments of our reporting last night, we were getting ready to do a live shot for one of our shows, and so I was kind of concentrating on what I was going to say, and all of a sudden I hear these screams. I was like, what is happening? And it was a woman walking up to our location. Now, most of the residents have been kept out. A few of them are able to get back in, and this woman was, and she was saying, my home, I wanted to die here, you know? And now it's gone. It was burned to the ground, and, you know, she was an older woman, so you wonder, you know, how, when you talk about rebuilding, it's one thing to rebuild one house, but how do you rebuild, you know, 10,000 houses?
There you go. There you go. We will rebuild. Because I don't worry, the elite's going to rebuild those whatever they're going to rebuild, because, you know, they all got insurance, and They all young, the same age as you are. Yeah, good job. 10,000? 10,000? How do you rebuild that? 70% out of the 10,000 do not have alcohol. I don't know how you're going to do this. 10,000. It's more than that. And the minimum price is the 2-3 million. Okay. All right. How are you going to do this? Oops. Okay. All right. How are you going to rebuild 10,000 of them? Where are you going to get the insurance, the main labor, the money? Where? Well, you tell me.
What is that effort going to be? How long is it going to take? Where are these people going to go in the meantime? This is not a 5-month process or a 6-month process. So a lot for Southern California to process here as they go through. So again, we're heading out to the east now, to the Eaton fire. There's an Arizona task force there working that fire line, and we're going to try to hook up with them later on today. Back to you guys.
Question as we look at what's ahead today, I know that winds are just the biggest factor here, and they are expected to be back up, whipping again around that 50 to 60 mile per hour range. How does it feel right now? How's the smoke in the air?
Yeah, the smoke is rough, I'll be honest with you. You see a lot of reporters wearing masks. It's hard for me to report in a mask, but you know, it wasn't as bad as it was maybe 2 days ago. We got very fortunate yesterday with the winds. They were very calm. We were riding on the coast all day yesterday. Didn't really feel much wind, but yes, as you said, they are.
No matter what it is, or what it was not as bad as it was yesterday. Of course it was not, because most of the home or houses, they were burned yesterday. Whatever that left, they just left. Let's take another video because this thing is a lot. Look at the destruction. I think we watched that before. Look at the destruction. Everything is leveled. Everything is level. Pile of rubble, pile of ash. This looks like a tree, a river. Okay. All right.
And as you just heard, those wind gusts that reached 100 miles per hour at one point, they helped fuel those fires earlier this week, but they have calmed down just a bit.
And as Sarah Allegre reports, that allowed people to at least begin surveying the damage to their homes. But sadly, many families are now realizing their homes have been reduced to rubble.
It's all gone. Oh, God.
A painful new reality for thousands of residents in Los Angeles County. Deadly wildfires have flattened entire neighborhoods into piles of smoldering rubble.
I don't know how we're going to come back from this. I don't even know where to start.
You can't come back from it. You can't come back. Okay? What's the number on the truck right there? You know what to do? You cannot come back from that. This is not something you're going to come back. People are 91 years old. Oh, we'll come back. We'll be back. People are 60s. You'll come back. You'll be back. That means you're going to have to get another job or another inheritance or something. I don't know. You cannot come back from that. There is no coming back. 19. 1 plus 9.
Weather allowed crews to resume aggressive firefighting efforts Thursday, while also clearing the way for many to begin surveying damage.
The devastation out there is catastrophic.
In Washington, President Biden announced additional federal funding to help. Money will cover 100% of the cost of hazardous material removal, temporary shelters, and first responders' salaries.
We're doing literally everything we can at a federal level.
Hundreds of additional National Guardsmen also being deployed to assist local law enforcement. It comes after authorities say they've made several arrests for looting.
They will be assisting us with traffic control and critical infrastructure protection.
Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of people remain under evacuation orders as the fires continue burning out of control. The two largest, the Palisades and Eaton fires, have already destroyed nearly 28,000 acres. LA officials warn they could spread even further as powerful Santa Ana winds pick up again at the end of this week. While it's not over yet, the estimated cost of these deadly wildfires could reach up to more than 321. While it's not over yet, the estimated cost of these deadly wildfires could reach up to $150 billion. In Los Angeles, Sarah Allegre, Fox 13 News.
$150 billion, just like Asheville. The guy say the damage is 100 billion easy. And guess what? Asheville lost more homes than anything California is showing out there. It's just Asheville was too graphic. They didn't show you anything on like those people private stuff. You can see everything. You can see the scars, the burnt mark, and things like that. But in the name of the glowing one, none shall come and disturb us. This is Jehovah's trouble. This is Esau's trouble. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. None shall come and disturb us. We are at peace. 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 Be at peace. We are not moved and we are not dismayed. Whoever out there is so shocked, like, oh, I don't know, why would the elite do this? Why would the elite put their base on fire? Well, that's on you. Let's keep on moving.
Heart is broken. The beauty, the natural beauty is there. So we have to rebuild that community. I have so many neighbors that have lost
No. You want. All right.
Their homes.
Please describe what your neighborhood looks like now.
It looks like a war zone. It's not only indescribable, it's unidentifiable. But you know what we didn't lose? We didn't lose the heart, and we didn't lose the soul, and we didn't lose the natural beauty. And those are the things that we need to rebuild.
She seems like such a sweet lady. Good evening. Welcome to Fox 11 News at 10 o'clock tonight. I'm Alex Michelson.
Thank you so much for being with us at 10 o'clock. I'm Marla Tejas, here for Christine Devine. Let's get you caught up to speed here.
And the latest map from CAL FIRE, the Palisades fire, has burned nearly 20,000 acres. The Eaton fire scorching over 13,000 near Pasadena. Crews have contained 60% of the Lydia fire in Acton. Evacuation orders remain, though. Other fires like the Kenneth fire, Hearst, we've seen a lot of progress on those, thankfully, and really slowed the spread on those. Red flag warnings are in effect through Friday night, with more dramatic Santa Ana winds coming Monday night.
Yes, and the Hearst fire is 37% contained.
There are more crap coming on Monday. Today is Friday, man. And look at all these alerts. Look at this. Power shut off to prevent wildfire risk. Yeah, no issue.
Contained. The Kenneth fire 35% contained. What about power outages and shutoffs? The high fire danger means power shutoffs for thousands tonight. SoCal Edison has cut power to more than 35,000 customers.
Concerned that it could spread to their homes. We watched as people stood on the street waiting, hoping that they could go back in and maybe just get some essentials that they might need. But fortunately, we were able to report that eventually they were able to lift up that mandatory evacuation. Now, not so long ago,
Antoinette, those passengers arriving from Los Angeles describing the apocalyptic scenes they escaped from in California, all of them grateful to be safe here in Massachusetts. But here's what the situation looks like over.
Again, a lot of people are fleeing, man, because this thing is bad, man, like really, really bad.
Night, we now have 9 fires that have killed 10 people out in California and burned more than 10,000 homes and buildings. The newest fire is in West Hills near Calabasas and Thousand Oaks. An arson investigation is underway, and authorities say they are questioning one person in connection with that fire. The 2 largest fires remain the Eaton fire near Pasadena and the Palisades fire near Santa Monica. Our curfew is now in place in both of those areas until 6 a.m. local time. The famed Rose Bowl Stadium is now serving as a staging area for emergency responders. The perimeter of the 19,000-acre Palisades fire is now more than 5 times larger than the size of downtown LA, and people arriving here at Logan tell us no one can escape the flames and the smoke coming from every direction.
When it started, we're 2 miles away. So it broke out at 6:23, I think, and we are packed up, ready to go by about 8:30, and we left the house at 11 p.m. on Tuesday night.
I was going to leave on Sunday. I ended up leaving today because it was just getting ridiculous. You know, it was getting scary.
Yeah.
Now more than 300,000 people are without power right now. Some of those outages are part of preemptive public safety power shutoffs, and the California National Guard is deployed.
Many of those people stay behind, like, well, the government ain't gonna burn down my house with the DEW. Well, I may not be able to save the house, but no looter is gonna come over there, come from the inner city, and then try to next video.
Well, now to the deadly and destructive wildfires in Southern California. As winds pick up and new fires sprout up in the region, some residents impacted by the earlier fires are now returning to find their homes reduced to rubble.
I have been watching this closely. The images are just devastating. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office says at least 10 people have died. Danya Bach.
It's more than that, but anyway.
This is on the ground.
In Southern California, the death toll is rising and the flames are still spreading. Thursday, the Kenneth fire erupted in Woodland Hills.
This new fire shows that we are absolutely not out of this extreme weather event.
Los Angeles and surrounding areas have been on fire starting in the Pacific Palisades community. These images show the extent of the devastation.
Looks like a bomb, an atomic bomb dropped in these areas.
To show you how these fires have wiped out.
Now, one thing you keep hearing is this term, oh, it's like a bomb dropping in this area. Well, that's like a nuclear bomb dropping there and stuff. Like, what is it? What is it you people are so afraid of? Bomb. I mean, you made them. You didn't discover them, right? You made them.
A bomb, an atomic bomb dropped in these areas.
To show you how.
Okay, all right. Well, oh boy, I keep falling asleep. What time is it? I'm better. Let me go ahead and 4:30. Let me take a break and then get some shut eye and then I'll be back fresh. All right. All right. 6:12. I got about. I don't know what time I tried to went to sleep. I mean, I think I got like an hour or 30 minutes, but I'm much better now. Woo! All right, let's keep on moving. I mean, to you it's instant, but to me it is. It's been 1 hour. And just like that, we back with now, not with part two, but well, let's continue. All right.
These fires have wiped out entire communities. This was a Ralph's grocery store that is now just mangled metal. And other businesses like doctors' offices, clothing shops, and restaurants all look like this.
Some things in life are worth fighting for.
Pacific Palisades resident John Carr defied evacuation orders and stayed behind to protect his and his neighbors' homes from the fire using a water hose.
The house was built by my mother and father in 1960. I think I owed it to them as well to try my best to save it.
In Altadena, there's heartbreak.
The whole community is gone.
Kamiko Nickerson says her father, 82-year-old Rodney Kit Nickerson, also didn't evacuate.
And he said he'll be fine. I'll be here when you guys come back.
His remains were found in the rubble of their family home.
All right, so again, as you can see, some people are like, hey, something in life is worth fighting for. Not a house like that. Not this. And you're lucky. Some of the people are lucky. They made it. Some of them, not too much. Not too much. And most of those people that perish in these fires, they are in their 80s. They are in their 70s, because you can easily, you see, the issue with any fire like that, it's not the flame. It is always the smoke. Fire, for the fire to kill you, it's gonna have to knock you down and then try to cook you. That's why the smoke is there. The smoke is the one that literally knock you out, because if you can't breathe, you can't stay on your feet. But this fellow didn't make it.
Officials warn the number of dead is likely to rise as crews move in to search for more victims of these tragic fires.
It's so tragic, so terrible. Our prayers are certainly with all of those people.
Yeah, man, look at this. Oh boy. Anyway, the so tragic, so prayers, and people are sending love and light prayer. We ain't sending hish. We ain't sending hish. The entire world is watching this. And the entire world knows this is judgment upon them. And there's nothing they can do about this. We are not here to send our prayers to no one here. We are here to send our prayers to Pluto, communicate with it, and say thank you for being here and fulfill the mission that the Holy One sent you to do. People are here for the prayers, so the blessing to come back. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less.
People impacted. Multiple Los Angeles professional sports teams are rescheduling their games because of the fires. The NHL postponed Wednesday's matchup between the LA Kings and Calgary Flames, while the Lakers game against the Charlotte Hornets was also postponed last night.
You would have thought like they would have just stopped the whole thing. You would have thought like everybody would say, listen, man, this thing is clearly after us. We need to find an alternative, man. We know exactly what's going on. Let's call them Hebrews, man, and apologize to them and make his right to them and leave the hell out of the lane before things got worse. But the problem with the so-called 83, they think things will always get better, because things always get better for those people. Up until now, up until 2020, things always get better for them. They always get away with things, and things always work their way because they had the blessing. Now, because the blessing is gone, there you go.
The LA Rams NFL wildcard game against the Vikings will now be played in Arizona on Monday.
All right, let's keep on moving. Is that thing recording? Is that what that is? Is it recording? All right, well then it's recording. So it's just Let's take a little break here. I was asleep. Let's do some stuff right there.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
All right. Again, beloved, if you... Oh boy, I should have the book here. There we go. Should be here. Now, beloved, before we move into the next part of this lesson, it's already 6:19, so the book is going down. And again, it's always listed at 65, but of course, Amazon, they have their stuff, they give you a discount, okay? And it's $52 now. This is not the time for you to have any second thoughts. This is not the time for you to second guess things. This is not the time for you to wait on your pastors, to wait on your fear to go. What if you've been watching this, okay? You've been watching the Devastation and things like that, and then you're waiting onto, I don't know, so you're waiting onto a sign to get involved with this book. You're waiting onto a sign to get involved and know your spiritual background and to know what you are capable of. Which one of you here does not know what your element is? Which one of you does not know what your colors is, what your fragrance is, what your flowers, what your plant is? You need to know those things. This isn't the time to shuffle your feet and try to see what's going on. This isn't the time for fear. This is the time for you to muster your courage and get involved with deep get involved with deep work. It's time for you to move forward and be strong. Get the book. The only people in their time to fear is 83. This is what they are suffering. You right now, you need to get advanced knowledge. You need to move on, but if I don't have $52 and stuff like that, well, you got the whole year. You got the whole year to get this thing. We're going to starting this book in about 21 days from now. January the 31st, our 40-day fast will begin. We'll start studying this book, a certain part of it, because there are certain other parts that are, it's too private. But this isn't the time for you to just say, oh man, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to get this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. I'm afraid that I made a mistake. I'm afraid that the Most High, if I read this book, because it says magic, and he's going to send Jacob's trouble. So, okay, you mean to tell me because you, as an individual, so to speak, buy this book, and then the Holy One going to not only stop that, but he will just return time back and make sure all those rich billionaires people have their homes repaired back, and then he said, you know what, I'm gonna give you guys another 400 years because that guy, that girl, that person bought this book that say magic, because remember you told them magic was not good. I didn't tell them this as the Most High. You Gentiles say this. It's time for you to get serious. This is not the time to play. This is not the time for fear. This is not the time to F around and just, you're going to find out. Keep effing around, you're going to find out. This is the time to get things deep, man. We've been, look. People think, some of the people that just got into our channel, they think we just start talking about this thing, all right? What's going on here? Resident received false evacuation text amid LA wildfires. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but anyway, so homeless man flamethrower busted connection. Okay, this is another thing. Let me put this here. This is another thing for them to explain to the people, to give them a form of explanation why the fire is happening. But that's not what that is, okay? We'll talk about this. All right. Now, you see, if you go to our channel, all right? Let me see if we can go there. Whoops. If you go to our channel, you go to... Uh-oh. Well, no, that's boy, YouTube is just messing up everything, man. I don't even know how to do this thing again. Okay, is that like this? Man, there we go. If you click to this, you go to video. All right. We got plenty of the video. We got a lot of lives. Okay. You go to the oldest video we made. All right. So oldest video was like 4 years ago, well, which is 5 years ago. It's just, say 4 years. Do whatever you can for the glory of Yahweh and stuff. We got the prayers. We have the 2 suns in the sky in Florida. We were noticing those things. A big black planet that appear beyond our suns. Pluto was already here, but the people keep doing stuff. And then Worm Deep Nibiru. Okay, this is our first, one of the first Easter's Trouble, because we used to make them in way before, but they used to get taken down. This is 4 years ago. Okay, California and Oregon wildfire explain the Gentiles' tribulation. Let's click this video right here. And then they made songs about the beloved queen. Okay, so the beloved queen Anakaona. Okay, let's see when this stuff was. Okay, we published this September 10th, 2020. So this September coming up, we'll give it 5 years. So last September 2024, give it 4 years. We told you this is fire reconfiguration. This is where it is right there. All right, let's see if we can play it right here. And the word got black, so it's going to continue. All right, increase of hail and heavy snow. The hail breaks a lot of crops over there in Idaho or Ohio, I believe, and things like that. Wild beasts will be their grave. They're going to be attacked by like wild beasts. Oh, man. What's this? Okay, my apology. Wild beasts and bears, lions, mountain lions. I know we don't have lions here, but we might be able. We might see some zoo lion attack and all that. Pestilence and hunger will change the destruction. Pestilence is what really have the COVID-19, and the hunger, will change the destruction. All right, well, that was back then, so, certain words cannot be said anymore because, hey, you are doing stuff and things like that. But anyway, 2, fire reconfiguration of the city. We still have it here, okay? Plague number 2, Plague number 2, fire reconfiguration of the cities. We make plenty videos. We warn people.
A homeless man was.
Okay. We warn people. We talk about this. We explain everything. We explain to you when those people came here, this is the stuff that they did. Okay. This is the emperor himself, Jacques Premier. All right. Dog of conquest, when they were unleashing their dog doing Jacob's trouble, and the dogs would have ate our people. It's not no little poodle like that, man. They got giant, Tibetan Mastiff and stuff. Okay, this is the fire that was going on in Oregon. Okay, it was out of control, but most people wasn't paying attention from that. All right.
You came all naked. Don't believe these pictures that you see right now, the Spanish with all their clothes. They were beast people, okay? They were like all naked and like half of her clothes. They were a bunch of cavemen look-alike. Our people were being beat and eat. They have like the silkiest, the best clothes, the kingly garments, all right? Take whatever you can and get out, all right?
Inside Medford looks like a war zone. Most residents have nothing left to return to.
Of course, you have nothing less to go home because you didn't come here with nothing. All right?
That's how those people are going to live. They're going to live with nothing because they didn't come here with something. They come here with nothing. They took everything. Everything going to be burned. They're going to leave. Okay? They're going to ask this lady. She's like, that's all I have. The clothes on my back. And when that stuff was going on, our people were online, conspiracy theories, trying to explain things, how the elites the elites is locking down the world. The elites, they all doing this. We keep telling them that's not what's going on. Those people are being destroyed. And we told them at one point, this thing going to get so big, the destruction is going to get so large that they're not going to go ahead and ignore it. The one in Oregon, in California at that time, in September, they were ignoring it. And then there you go.
You came here with nothing. You're going to go back where you came from with nothing.
Our Jacob Ward is there.
You see what the Holy Spirit did right there? The main name is Jacob. So Jacob is interviewing him. Let's see what she said.
This is what I've got.
What you're wearing right now.
This is what I've got.
That's all she has.
That's all she
You
has.
came here in our land and with the clothes in your back, which barely, you didn't even have clothes in your back. You had like some animal skin on your back, and now you're gonna go home like this. You're gonna be homeless little by little. The most, man, I can't wait for next year, man, 2021, and I can't even wait for 2024 when that solar eclipse come back here. Let us continue. This is beautiful right there. Let's watch that back.
Fires and extreme heat creating a dire city like a war zone. Most residents have nothing left to return to. Our Jacob Ward is there.
This is what I've got.
What you're wearing right now.
This is what I've got.
Across the region, raging.
Okay, this woman has that. That's all that she has. I think I have. Let me see if I can get it from a better. We'll come back to all of this. Let me see. Is it this one?
So, for years, we've been warning those people. We keep telling them like fiery conflagration, and people was like, Big Levi, you don't know anything. Jacob Struggle will have to happen in order for us to get out of here. Yeah, we've been going to Jacob Struggle, man. Like, why do you think all those years of nonsense were happening to us? So we've been saying those things over 4 or 5 years. They all been proven true. Well, we're telling you this. This is the book for you. You should get a copy for you. If whoever that is in the truth, each of you should get an individual copy. At one point, beloved, when I keep saying this again, at one point you will not be able to find this book. You will not be able to use your internet to get whatever that you need to get. And then this book you will need it because there is things in there. We cannot tell you exactly everything that's in this book, but there is things. There is things for you to get in there. Whatever you're Jew or Gentiles alike, do not. It's better than have it and need it and not need it. Then better to do not have it than you need it. You don't want to come in a situation where there is no electricity, where there is no internet like those people. All you have is this book in your hand. There are things in there, to offset things. You do know we put things in there that can get rid of those wildfires, the hurricanes and stuff. There are stuff in there for that. Why are you hesitating? Are you waiting for some more proof? You will have it. Hopefully you are not that proof. Let's keep on moving. Now look at this garbage right here. Let's go ahead and enlarge this. Look, they cannot explain how the fire is starting. Okay, they cannot tell the people the fires are coming from the portals. The angelic beings are setting up the fires. The dragons. Okay, those are quantum fire, magical fire. Okay, now they have to bring this dude over here. All right, look, well, I don't know why they didn't make him black, but they have to bring this good dude like that because he looked like an illegal immigrant, so to speak. So they want the people to start conversation about them illegal immigrants over there, coming over there and destroying the country. Look, since when the so-called the police arrest a dude that are causing billions of dollars of damage, and then they put the weapon, whatever that, well, they call it a flamethrower, but this is not a flamethrower. This is like a blowtorch, one of those, homemade or Home Depot blowtorch or whatever. What's the proper name of those things? I'm not too good with the name. And they put it right in front of him, and then they put his face over there, writing reports as if they are catching the guy that are doing this. Look, a homeless man cannot cause this amount of damage that you're seeing here. 1,000, if you have all the homeless in the world, they won't be able to go around coordinately and set up all those fires. They can't. This is just theater. This is just those people trying to show the public, hey, we are the police here, we are doing our work. This is the guy that's been doing this over there. All those fire that you're seeing setting up, man is doing that. And we caught one of them. We are heroes.
A homeless man was tackled by brave locals in Woodland Hills after allegedly using what appeared to be a flamethrower to start fires near where the devastating Kenneth Fire erupted. Witnesses
That's not a flamethrower.
say the suspect, who remains unidentified, was riding a bicycle Thursday afternoon, torching old Christmas trees and trash cans. Renata Grinchspun, a local resident, told KTLA she heard someone shouting, "He's trying to start a fire, call 911. When confronted, the man reportedly refused.
And of course, they have to put this person here, okay, Taylor Knight, of course. I think we defined the name Taylor before. What does the name Taylor means? It's Taylor. His name means Tailor. It's originated in our occupational surname for people who work tailors or sewing clothes. The name is derived from Old French tailleur, which means cutter of cloth. But where's the Hebrew? Where's the Hebrew version? Meaning the names Taylor, cloth, and stuff. Okay, Taylor Knight. Let me go right here. Taylor Knight, the one that cut off clothes, or a cutter. The knight that come and cut. Another word, a hunter, and stuff. So they put somebody that look like us over there, and then telling the people what's going on. So folks out there, against the people that are, excuse me. The people that are celebrity worshippers, so they can have this. The political guys, so they will have this something to say, and then they will show you the looters, people that like, oh, they are looting, they are walking around towards the camera, they look like us, and those are the looters, so they will have something to talk about. So like, well, in the midst of all this fire, you got all those Democrat, all those Republican, all those people looting and stuff like that. Black people always looting. Black people, they want to, try to get you upset and stuff like that. We ain't biting. That's not us.
Refused to stop, saying, "I can't stop, I'm doing this." Quick thinking neighbors cornered him, using zip ties and rope to make a citizen's arrest. One resident urged, "Put it down," as the man allegedly continued wielding the makeshift flamethrower. The LAPD has confirmed an arson investigation, but has not officially linked the suspect to the Kenneth Fire. The blaze erupted around 2:30 p.m. Thursday and has since scorched 960 acres with 0% containment, forcing evacuation warnings in Hidden Hills. The Kenneth Fire is just one of the 5 catastrophic wildfires ranging across Los Angeles County, now consuming nearly 30,000 acres. The Palisades Fire has alone destroyed over 5,000 homes, while the Eaton Fire has obliterated up to 5,000 structures as well. In addition to the growing destruction, at least 20 looters have been arrested for targeting fire-damaged homes.
And this is what you people are reporting on, looters and things like that, because they love those words. The word looter and homeless, another word, black people. Those are the word for black. That's why you people despise the word homeless, although you are the majority of them. You despise the word looters, although you are the one doing the looters, because back then those words were engraved in your mind, such as criminal, drug dealers, crack addicts, low IQ. Those are another word for all people. So that's why they want. They throw this bone out there to get the others that they really can't sit there not saying anything. I mean, this is in LA, son. This thing is worldwide. The entire people are watching now. You will see all the black political party people will bring this up. They will talk about they will focus only on looters and the homeless. None of them will say, wait a minute, hang on, man. A homeless person cannot do this. Just like they've been telling them for the past few days. Oh, those airplanes that are dropping off the skies, birds. Birds. Bird is the word. Birds are doing this. Birds of, putting, birds. All right then. Well, that's good. Okay? They won't tell them about the ley line. We have bright line here. Let's watch this and we'll take.
Tragically, the death toll from the wildfire stands at 10 and is expected to climb as the fire remains largely uncontained. Officials continue to investigate the causes of the fires as California residents grapple with mass evacuations and unimaginable loss. For more stories like these, be sure to subscribe to the New York Post right here.
Okay, this is the first time I see this young lady. I never saw her in New York Post. Usually, New York Post, beloved, they just post something. There is nobody talking over it. It's just they will just have automated texts and stuff like that. But this time they got a black woman here talking. Hang on, let me see. Okay. All right, New York Post usually have nobody talking. They usually have this thing right here. Okay.
Fire's getting big. Time to move. Wind gusts are coming in. Gotta go. We'll be in the fire, baby. Oh shit, gotta go. Embers coming off shit. Up window quick. It's time to move.
Okay, notice there is no one there trying to explain to you things. Okay? But whenever they want to get out, people get stoked and baited into action, they will just put this fellow over there, this black woman over there, they'll try to tell her to put it. Look at the devastation. Look at all those homes burned down, man. Look at this. Look at this. There's no water. You see no one talking, except for the video that had that homeless fellow, that the entire place is on fire, man. Let's put this thing right here. Okay, those are the businesses. They're on fire. Banks, financial investment things, they're all on fire. Okay. All right. And you can see the firefighters here. There's no water. There's nothing they can do because there's none. This place is burned to the ground. All right. So as you can see, there's no one talking, explaining, no news reporter, except when something that they want to control the narrative or whatever. They won't tell the people what's bringing down the plane. Okay. Bright line train hit car, Miami. There you go. Watch this.
Guten Morgen, was machst du? Vergerät mit...
Okay, you see the time? January 8th, 2025. Keep your eyes, let me enlarge this. Keep your eyes. This is down there in northern Miami, very close to Fort Lauderdale. Pay attention.
Guten Morgen, so Louis gegangen haben zu Monroe,
your
da
eyes.
die Office, das haben ich halt noch ein Ziege gemacht. So wir können dann jetzt gegangen später, wir sagen, Karl, nicht zu machen, sicher morgen zu gehen.
See this?
Whoa!
You see this? Do you see this? Let's play it again.
So wir können dann jetzt
Watch
gegangen
this.
später, wir sagen, Karl, nicht zu
Okay,
machen,
he
sicher
went
morgen
right
zu gehen.
through it.
Whoa!
All right, this happened on 2 days ago, on the 8th, when the whole wildfire. The bright line never really stopped. It's still here. Our plane crash. Okay, so okay, so they still got airplane. 3 days ago, right, they got this airplane, all right, crash over there.
Cessna 152 based out of Redlands. It ran into a bush, or a tree, I should say, and then almost hit the home. We understand there were 2 people on board the plane. They're going to be okay. It didn't hit the structure or the home, so no one on the ground has been injured. That all according to LA County Fire. Now, it comes back at 4900 Arden Drive, which is really only about 2 or 3.
There you go. So those things still going on, all right? Still going on. But they try to explain things. So we're just letting you know, man, you need to get the book. Get it ASAP. You may not read it. You may not need it now, but trust me, you will need this book. Get it. All right, let's keep on moving.
The coast and the Eaton Fire, which is about 30 miles inland. Nearly a dozen people are dead. Hundreds of thousands are under evacuation warnings. A new wildfire called the Kenneth Fire began in the Hidden Hills area near the 101 freeway. Former President Jimmy Carter was laid to rest in his hometown of Plains, Georgia. The private.
Okay, this is symbolic, okay? Sir Jimmy Carter himself is laid to rest. Today's the 10th, the last head of the eagle. And that's it. That's why you see all hell break loose, and CBS 19, you know what to do. And that's all. That's why, you know, at the funeral, you see Obama was there. He was with Trump. They were talking, they were laughing, they were saying good stuff to each other because they are the same people. They are not enemy, they are the same people, you know?
Funeral followed a ceremony in Washington where past, present, and
okay, those are the past president. You know, Trump is there, you know, sitting next behind to Obama. George Bush was there. When Bush is there, Bush, the greatest president that ever existed. This guy did everything, and then he just stay in the background. You know, Bush played dumb. Is that Bush right there? That's Laura Bush, right? That's Laura Bush, and that's her, and that's Clinton and his wife, and Joe and whoever that is, Kamala and that fellow, and Trump and what the hell is going on here? But anyway, so they were all there. All right, 83 is all there, but they look dejected. Look at their face. They're all looking down, looking down, looking down. George Bush has no idea where he is. You know, Biden is like, what is that? How do you flush this thing? Honey, I'm done. Is they gonna change the diaper, or I'm still going for another number 2? So, you know, and this dude, they all of them is like, and look at those people, man. There's no joy, nothing in here. Usually those people will smile and be happy anywhere, especially at funeral, but not this time.
Future commanders-in-chief were on hand. President Biden, who was the first U.S. senator to endorse Carter's White House bid, praised the 39th president's character in a eulogy. Carter died last
Okay, so he's the 39th president. You know what to do?
month at 100. And in a 5-4 decision, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected President-elect Donald Trump's final bid to put his New York hush money case on hold. That clears the way for Trump to be set.
Okay, those type of garbage, they got control over that. They can say this, they can say that, and then they throw others out there, the Blasel and Vassal, they throw them a bone. All right, they throw them a bone, but none of them gonna come out there and then telling them exactly why those fires are happening. Well, configuration of the city. And what you're going to see destruction by pestilence. There's a great pestilence in the midst. And then when it comes, you won't have any protection against it, except for the children of the Holy One. And you will die of famine. You won't have any food while we are going to be eating. Okay? Earthquake going to happen. Remember, you had 2 major destruction happen. All right? We got 4 elements: water, fire, earth, and air. Asheville, North Carolina, alien destruction. Well, alien destruction or whatever. Oh boy. Asheville, North Carolina, hurricane destruction. There we go. Okay,
According
September
to Common
27th.
Edge, on September 27th, the remnants of Hurricane Helene turned Asheville, NC, into a post-apocalyptic landscape. Fallen trees blocking streets, roads turned into creek beds, power lines down everywhere, city water lines destroyed, bridges torn apart. The region's 2 rivers carried whole houses downstream.
Okay, so now you got destruction by water in Asheville. Take out 144,000 of them. 100,000 homes are still crushed and missing. Okay, those were a group of people that went and hide in the mountain after they done so much dirt, and that's what happened. That was a water destruction. Okay, Palisade, Hollywood, California fire. Now, destruction by fire, the second element, so to speak, out of the 4. And you got all this destruction going on by fire in the midst of a bunch of millionaires, billionaires, and elites. And then now you got 2 more destruction that needs to happen. A massive earthquake and a massive tornado. And the tornado been destroying those people. They just don't show it like that in the news. Okay, we got two more elements, the earth element and the air element. Okay, in the next coming days or next coming weeks or months, there will be a huge earthquake here in America. And then it will destroy a very specific place. A very specific place that has nothing to do with us. We didn't even know it. Telling you the truth, beloved, I had no idea that Pacific Palisade even existed. I know about Malibu. I know about LA, but I never knew anything about Palisade. Just like I never knew anything about Asheville and all the surrounding places where those people were doing their dirt over there. I didn't know nothing about that. Just like this one, the earthquake going to hit a very specific place, not in an earthquake-prone area. And it's going to destroy all those people. And they're going to do their best, just like they're doing it right now, try to blame our people for this. Try to put the blame on people that look like us. Try to put their shields, their blasels, their glassels, and put them over there and try to say, oh, this earthquake happened because this city leader, he didn't have like some earthquake plan to do this, like, and things like that. They're going to do the best they're going to do. Oh, this huge tornado happened and decimated this specific community because of this homeless black guy, blow the wind out of his butt. And then now we need to do something to homeless people. Okay? It will happen. And you see what happened there? These fires, it will happen in Europe also. There will be a very wealthy part of Europe that will be burned down. Don't be shocked if the Vatican burned down. Don't be shocked that there's a fire in the Vatican that they can't put out and then the entire place burned down. Don't be shocked or some place that those people have real power that we have no idea where it is burned to the ground. All right, it will happen. It's gonna keep on happening. How long we are into? Oh, good. We are. Let's go. All right, then. Here we go.
Those wildfires that have devastated so much of Southern California continue to grow and cause unprecedented damage. At least 10 people have died so far. That number likely to grow.
Mainly because fire crews can't get access to a lot of those communities, right? Well, at least 10,000 structures have been destroyed so far, causing billions of dollars in damage. ABC News' Andrea Fujii with the latest.
This morning, the damage in Southern California described as unimaginable. Thousands of homes, at least 5 churches, a synagogue, 7 schools, and 2 libraries, bars, restaurants, banks, and grocery stores damaged or destroyed.
Pacific Palisades, right now, could just be taken off the map. There is no Pacific Palisades.
Early estimates predict $57 billion in damages.
57 billion. You know what to do.
Possibly causing the state's insurance crisis to swell. Between 2020 and 2022, insurance companies declined to renew 2.8 million homeowner policies in the state, including 531,000 in LA County. Looting also a problem. The National Guard now requested to protect property. Many families can no longer recognize their neighborhoods. ABC's Kana Whitworth found a woman carrying the only thing she could find, a piece of tile with turtles on it, from her bathroom.
It was the only thing I found, other than a cracked mug. So I took it for her. Just maybe even to frame it as a memory.
She says,
there you go. Now, of course, they're going to bring the looters. They're going to bring the homeless and stuff. Remember that stuff that happened in Western North Carolina, Asheville, September 27th? We just talked about this. And they have a bunch of people looting, but you never saw them. They never talk about it except whatever video that those folks in Asheville upload and YouTube, they will take them down, and TikTok, they will flag them. And then they silence those people. And a lot of them over there are not too happy except for this fire. Remember when that stuff happened, there were a lot of people going over there filming themselves. Yeah, we are America, you know, regardless, no sex, no whatever skin color, we here to help everyone. And we bought some this food over there. We bought this generator. We bought this thing. And those people over there, they need help. We're American. You're flying in their helicopters and helping. The only way to access this place is to flying and stuff. They have, we're bringing the food and all that. All those virtue signaling people. Where are they? Where are they now? Why aren't they in Los Angeles? Why aren't they in Pacific, whatever, Palisade or that place? Why are you not people over there in, I don't know, on TikTok saying, well, our people over there, though they may be rich, this is not something I would wish on anyone. They lost their house, although they ignore us when that stuff happened over there in North Carolina. I'm driving my truck here loaded with food. I'm driving my truck here loaded with stuff. I'm bringing things. Where is the Red Cross? Where is FEMA? Where is all those donation places that were popping up all over? Hey, donate for those people and stuff. Where are they? Why are they not coming over there and help? Huh? People are like, well, Biglevi, you got to tell the people that FEMA are going to take the men of the Lord. They're going to take us and then camp and then gas us and Jacob shovel. FEMA is too busy, son. We already told you, FEMA is way too busy, man. I mean, how is FEMA going to address this? What they're going to do now? We told you it's just too much for those people. FEMA can do this thing right there. They cannot operate. And FEMA was not built to operate like this to save people, man. FEMA was built to keep our people in their place, and they did a great job, man. In 2010, January 12, 2010, about like 15 years ago, an earthquake struck Haiti. They give all sort of money. They give billions of dollars. Bill Clinton and his wife and his organization, Hugh Jackman, aka Wolverine, all those people, they stole all this money, man. They took everything. And we complained. We told the people, like, well, whatever that charity you give, they didn't give our people nothing. I mean, look at Haiti. They stole everything. And then what you people said, shut up. Get another job. Pull yourself by the bootstrap. Stop complaining. Be grateful you're alive. You know, I'm an American. I work hard for my money. Why should my tax money pay for this? Why should my tax money pay for that? Stop doing drugs. Stop practicing voodoo. Stop being poor. Now, look at you. Where is FEMA? Where is Red Cross? Where's all those people say donate online? Those people are not even asking for donation. They're asking for prayer, because only prayer can stop this. Only our prayer can stop this. And we're praying for you people.
Her friends have 5 family members who lost homes in the Palisades fire. The wildfire disaster exposing a vulnerability in LA's water system. As crews battled the fast-moving flames, firefighters were hampered by low water pressure and fire hydrants running dry. Officials say the city's water system simply wasn't designed to deliver such large volumes of water at once.
The municipal water systems that service our homes and businesses continue to work effectively. However, they are not designed to fight wildfires.
In Pacific Palisades, 3 large water tanks, each holding about 1 million gallons, running out of water.
We had a tremendous demand on our system in the Palisades.
Experts tell ABC News firefighters would have experienced the same issues even with more tanks due to the magnitude of the fires. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
There you go. Those firefighters, there's nothing they can do concerning this. There's nothing they can do. This is not a fire that men can fight. This is not a fire where men can put it out. This thing was, and still biblical. This is judgment. This is apocalypse of Abraham. The second plague, fiery conflagration of the cities. And this isn't just going to stop over there in LA, man. This is going to be going everywhere, and you ain't going to be able to fight it. Well, we build, we'll come and rebuild. Oh, rebuild. Like as if you come tomorrow and then you snap your finger and then everything we built. You're not going to rebuild. You're not going to come back. It's only going to get worse.
Toast.
For Milo Ventimiglia, the devastation from the Southern California wildfires is painful to see, telling CBS Evening News.
Heavy? You know, you start thinking about, man, it hits you so quick. You start thinking about all the memories in the different parts of the house and whatnot, and then you see your neighbors' houses and everything kind of around. And your heart just breaks.
Milo and his pregnant wife had evacuated Tuesday, grabbing all they could. They are safe and sound. But for the actor, it's unfathomable to think that he's gone through this before. Sort of.
Jack, don't go back in.
Go back to the street. Go back to the street right now.
This is a movie, and Steelers, you know, you see the number here. You know what to do. You know what's going on. Okay, and This Is Us, NBC. I don't know, that's a TV show.
Right now! I'll be right out!
On the hit TV show This Is Us, that he starred on for 6 seasons, the Pearson family's house went up in flames. Milo's character, Jack, died from smoke inhalation at the hospital. His co-star, Mandy Moore, now with 3 children of her own, like on the show, lost her home too in the wildfires.
You know, it's not lost on me, life imitating art.
At least 10 people have died in the fires, and hundreds of thousands have had to evacuate as the fire has spread to tens of thousands of acres. I'm Lee Sheps for Inside Edition Digital.
So you got those people, you know, doing their movies and then acting, you know, stuff like that, but he's shopping for real. He's shopping for real, son, you know. Hey, this thing is real, my Negro. Like God damn, man, my nigga, like, yo. This thing is real. Let's keep on moving.
News this morning. At least 10 people are confirmed dead. More than 10,000 buildings damaged or destroyed as the Los Angeles wildfires are burning up the region. A new fire in the San Fernando Valley has prompted even more evacuation orders. Firefighters are beginning to contain the Palisades fire. This was the worst. It has scorched nearly 20,000 acres so far. Now the containment there is at 6% for the Palisades fire. At least 20 looters have been arrested for taking advantage of these fire victims who had to abandon their homes. And then on top of that, residents there are facing an insurance crisis. Fox Business's Ashley Webster is live from Palm Coast, Florida this morning with more on that angle. Ashley.
Yeah, good morning to you, Maria. Look, we know that now thousands of structures have been destroyed by those wildfires, leaving homeowners with nothing but charred remains.
There's going to be an extraordinary number of claims being filed, and probably, from my experience as 8 years of insurance commissioner, the insurance companies are going to do everything they can to lowball and deny claims.
Well, yes,
insurers in
that's what the insurance does. They're going to lowballing your ass, and then they're going to do the best that they can do not to. They'll pray like they're like those guys are dancing all those 10 people that perish. Hopefully they were single people that, so they won't pay anything to them. Insurance is those dudes are not here to help you, dog. They're not here to help. You're gonna do the best they're gonna do, man, to give you the less.
Refusing to write new policies in areas considered high risk for wildfires. According to the California Department of Insurance, between 2020 and 2022, insurance companies declined to renew 2.8 million homeowner policies in the state. That includes 531,000 in fire-ravaged LA County. Consumer advocates, though, claim that has nothing to do with losing money.
The fact of the matter is, insurance companies in California, home insurers specifically, are more profitable than the nationwide average.
But the insurance industry says inflation and the high cost of reinsurance leads to higher prices that cannot be capped.
There are never caps on insurance costs due to the fluctuating economy. So insurance has to be able to pay out claims.
Yeah, but those insurance premiums are getting more and more expensive, as we know. Under new California regulations, once a fire emergency has been declared, insurance companies cannot cancel homeowners' coverage in that fire area and in the surrounding zip codes for a full year. The state is also forcing private insurers to write more policies in high-risk areas. California, as we've been talking about this morning, has the so-called FAIR Plan. It is an insurer of last resort, but the premiums for that plan are more expensive and provide significantly less coverage. In fact, they only cover fire. They do not cover contents or liability. So homeowners are forced to look for other types of insurance at the same time. Now, Maria, as these wildfires continue to rage, of course, the fear is that more insurance companies could decide to leave California, and that in turn would leave fewer options and even more expensive premiums. And if it's anything like Florida and the hurricane situation, sometimes those insurance costs can be higher than the mortgage payment. So it's
Yes, you have your insurance higher than your mortgage payment, man, because the Holy One is making it so hard for those people to not be comfortable anymore. He's making it to a degree that those folks, they like, God damn, man, what the hell? What's the point of all this? What's the point of all this? Whatever I do, it's always an issue. I can't pay my mortgage now. Now that I somewhat can, then the insurance can. I can do this, I can do that. I'm trying to do this. This is too expensive. This is too that. And a lot of them are during the hurricane. They can never rebuild. People think like, oh, whatever happened during the hurricane over there in this summer of Florida, or they rebuild, everybody's back partying and stuff. No, they can't. Some places still flooded in Florida. Okay? And it's not going to recede. All right? So let's keep on moving.
very, very, it's a crisis, no doubt about it.
Absolutely devastating. Ashley, thank you. Ashley Webster on the insurance end of it. John, your reaction?
My reaction is, the cost of home ownership is going higher in these areas that are vulnerable to natural disasters.
Sure.
Yeah, and as a result, I think this is going to put downward pressure on real estate prices in these areas, as well as perhaps also reducing home sales. I mean, my goodness, even if you had enough insurance to rebuild that home in Los Angeles that was destroyed by the fire, could you then go out and insure that home after it has been rebuilt at a reasonable cost? Probably not.
Well, I mean, look, the issue is ultimately going to fall on the federal government, Cheryl.
Yep.
I mean, it's interesting to see the relationship that Gavin Newsom and President Trump have had in the past. Now they're going to have to work together, and you're going to have to see some kind of federal aid. I'm sure that continuing resolution on March 14th is going to have to include disaster aid. I want to ask our lawmaker guest today about that, Cheryl.
Absolutely, because I want to pick up on something that Ashley was talking about there. FAIR, right now, that backup policy of last resort covers about 500,000 homeowners who can't get private coverage, okay? Their exposure right now is at $458 billion. That was in September, potential exposure. That FAIR...
Okay, you people refuse to tell the nation the reason why all these calamities, cataclysm, all those things are happening. It is because the 400 years is over. The plague is now on you people. We have done the children of God so much dirt, and we are being judged. And above all, the most important things of this, it's only going to get worse, and we're not going to be able to escape. We can't escape this. We cannot escape this. Those elites didn't go to the bunkers. Those elite didn't flee to, I don't know, to Africa, to places. None of them flee anywhere. They stay right there. And their houses and their home burned down. You guys ain't gonna go nowhere. Tell the truth. Of course, why would we expect a liar to tell the truth? Genesis 15 verse 13, and he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 1619, 2019, the 400 years is over. Right after 2019, 2020 kicks in, every single person in the world can tell you the world is not the same as it was pre-2019. Yea, the plague entered, shut down everything, and shut out and locked out all 83. You weren't even just like, getting shut down. You were locked out in the change, the door, the locket in the door. Your key no longer work anymore. You can't get back in. There's a new tenant in there. Of course, if you got a few stuff that, we put outside, or, you need to do it and get yourself. But look, there's nothing you can do about this. Right after 2019, 2020 kicks in with just like 2025 kicks in here. Yo, son, we are in the 10th days of their 2025. Look what's happening. What do you think? You got like 355 more days to go. You think it's 355 more days going to be like a walking on the park? You think 355 of those days that are coming up, they will get back on top because their boy is about to take office, which is today was sworn? I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on today. Whatever that they did today for him. You think like in January 21st or whatever that day that they're going to do inauguration or whatever, things going to... I can't wait for those days, man. So you think like this hurricane season that is coming this year going to be different than what happened in last year? Is going to be somewhat zero hurricane hitting anywhere. Gente are back on top partying and then drinking and stuff, ignoring our people, keep being proud and sending their blasts and glass. So it's gonna get worse. Get ready. Not our people though. The other Gentiles, though they cannot get ready for this. It's gonna be so bad. The plagues that are coming upon you people, you're going to see bodies all over, and then you're not going to be able to censor the news because the people that are able, the people that can do that, they will perish too. It's going to be so bad, man. The stuff that's going to happen worldwide, especially here. And it's not like something that a little bit going to happen 2025, a little bit 2026, 2027, 2030, 2040, little, and then you people stay another 400 years of being on top, but things are happening to you. It ain't gonna happen like that. It's only going to increase. And at one point, like I told my brothers and sisters, for those of you that have job, you will be able to get in your car, you will drive, you will ask yourself, where are the people? Where are the cars? This place usually have a bunch of houses over there. You will get work, you will get to your workplace, it will be either you or a few of the brothers and sisters that are at work. You will be able to walk down the street, you will see the deer walking around, or the animals that usually be in the wild. Trees will grow in the middle of the street. The nature going to overtake in the urban areas. You will drive miles and miles, you will not see one single person. And once you finally meet one person, it won't be them. You'll be able to walk into a bank and then just withdraw money, like a bunch of money. You just open a door to the bank, the money will be there. You'll be able to just your electricity or heat, it will just stay on 24/7. You will still receive the bill automatically because they have the automatic bill things, but you won't pay your bill for years, and your light, your stuff, your food, everything will be paid, but you will not see those people. It will be desolate from them. Now, verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Okay, so the Holy One is judging the nation through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. Plagues number 2, fiery conflagration of the cities. Pestilence is coming. It is here, it is in the midst.
Following breaking news this morning, this is in
New York, okay?
Bronx, where firefighters are now battling a 5-alarm blaze.
Fire broke out early this morning and several people have been injured. Good Day's Haley Fixler is live in the Allerton section of the Bronx with the very latest, what firefighters are dealing with. And we're hearing about some more injuries this morning. Haley?
Hey, good morning, Dan Tashani. Yeah, we know that 7 people are now injured. 5 of them are firefighters, and 5 out of the 7 people have been taken to the hospital for treatment. It has been nearly 5 hours since the fire first started, and it does not look like it's letting up anytime soon. I want to bring your attention back to the top of the building here. You can see all of the smoke still coming from the top. And then if you look through that top window right there, you can see the orange glow from the flames inside of the room. That is one of the rooms and spots that we've seen firefighters working really hard at. And then if you look to the left of the building, you can see the ladders, all those firefighters shooting the water into the flames of the roof of the building. They have been working very, very hard to get this fire under control. Now, we're told all of this started just before 2 o'clock this morning, and it has grown. At first, the fire was just on the top floor of the 6-story building, and then it was quickly upgraded to a 2nd alarm, then a 3rd alarm, and a 4th alarm, and finally the 5th alarm fire call came in just before 3 o'clock. Now, we've been told that there are 44 units here and about 200 crew members. The Red Cross is also here to help. This fire is truly a challenge to fight. Some people I spoke with are truly scared. I did talk with some people off camera who say they live in the building. They say they woke up smelling smoke and people yelling in the hallway saying that there was a fire and they needed to get out. Take a listen to a man who lives in the building right next to this one about what he saw earlier this morning.
In the middle building at the top floor, it was burning there for like 2 hours ago. It was burning, and the firefighters couldn't control it because the fire kept getting out of control. So they stayed consistent with the fire for a while, and then they got to, and then it spread. The wind blew it to the next building, and then it went down to the next floor. And it's sad because I've been in this community for so many years, and I have not seen this happen around here before. This is the first of its kind.
Now, we know that people affected by this fire, they're able to go to a local elementary school to get some shelter from this cold because it is very, very freezing outside. In fact, that is one of the issues that firefighters are dealing with right here. I want to show you this street sign here behind me. You can see all of the icicles dangling from the street sign, and that's because all of the water that firefighters are using to put out the fire, it's quickly freezing because it's so cold. And I want to show you the ground right here. Firefighters and people around have been slipping, so they actually just had to put some salt on the ground because it's just making more of a mess. And of course, they're trying to fight a fire and they don't want to be slipping as well. It's making all the more difference out here. And then again, it also is windy, so it's definitely a challenge. Live in the Bronx, Haley Fixler, back to you guys.
Certainly a dire situation.
This is the Bronx in New York. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Earthquake in San Francisco? Is that what that is? Let's double check then.
Breaking right now on Today in the Bay, minor earthquake shaking San Francisco and parts of the Bay Area this morning.
The USGS says a preliminary 3.7 magnitude earthquake struck just off the coast of San Francisco near the San Francisco Zoo. Happened just after 7 o'clock this morning. This is what the seismograph recorded at the time of the quake. So far, roughly 1,000 people have reported feeling the shaking to the USGS. Some saying they felt it as far north as Santa Rosa and even down south in Santa Cruz.
Let's go to meteorologist Carrie Hall. Now, you say this fault here, the San Andreas fault, the most active that we have.
3.7, you know what to do. Of course, there you go. Plague number 5, destruction by earthquake. Okay, this thing over there.
We have here in California.
Yeah, absolutely. So we typically see some rumbling every single day on the San Andreas Fault, but when it happens close to the city, well, more people feel it. And we saw that happening this morning right at 7:02. We got that alert. And for people in the city, they are either feeling a little bit of something like a quick jolt, or they are like, oh, I didn't feel anything at all, but people are talking about it. It is always good to have those reminders that we do need to be prepared because this is the most active fault. We get about 36,000 quakes a year in the state, and most of them are below a 4.0 magnitude. But we are going to remind you once again that if you do ever feel shaken, do not run out of the building. Falling debris is the top hazard and how most people get injured. The interior walls are best, but the hallways are not always the safest. You want to make sure that you're getting under a table or some sturdy furniture. And there is still that possibility.
All right, let's keep on moving. Yeah, this is the old garbage, like these dudes standing over there.
Face, bro.
You know, they don't, you know, bring this dude down. They don't step on his neck. They're not roughing him up. They just leave him there. 2 cops are having a conversation about which donuts is the best to get after this. You know, they just asking this dude question. You know, he never answered one of them, and then they put this thing over here just to give the people something to talk about. Okay, keep you busy. Okay, all right, the horses, all right, the horses, the apocalypse. Okay, this is the black horse and a white horse right there. All right, so those are the horses. And horses are freaking expensive, man. I was trying to buy a horse for the hell of it. I'm like, God damn, this is more than I pay for the second-hand car. Plus, you know, I'm living in an apartment. I don't know where I was gonna put that horse, but you know, I will buy a horse. I'll get a horse. I don't know. Whenever the Holy One bless me with that land, I'll get a few horses over there. They are majestic animal. You know, horses been man friends forever. Horses brought us from a long way, man. Magnificent beast. But anyway, so yeah. So this is how long we are into this thing. Okay, all right. Well, I think this is the last video. Let's see if we can find that. But there's a lot of other videos out there. There's a lot of videos. Okay. You know, lottery winner Edwin Castro's home destroyed during wildfire. I had no idea who that was. Let's get this one. Lottery winner, you know, should be a millionaire. Jennifer Garner using celebrity privilege to aid California affected. That's Jennifer Garner here. So what they are saying in there. National Guard deploy, as if those guys are going to stop the fire. Okay. There we go. Oops. As if they're going to stop the fire. Malibu devastated. I think we watched that. I think we watched that. All right, let's do it.
Remember the guy who won a historic $2 billion jackpot in a Powerball drawing a few years ago? He spent millions of his earnings on a waterfront property in Malibu. Now, many are saying his luck has run out as the property burns to the ground.
It's all that's left of a multi-million-dollar Malibu home. It belonged to none other than the winner of the biggest lottery jackpot in history, Edwin Castro. 2 years ago, Castro was dubbed the luckiest man in America.
$2.04 billion.
He splurged on real estate, including this opulent $3.8 million beachfront mansion, which is now just a pile of ash.
I'm so sad.
Beverly Hills 90210's Jenny Garth and husband Dave Abrams found shelter at the home of her ex-husband, Peter Facinelli.
So grateful for Peter for letting us stay.
This was Veep star Julia Louis-Dreyfus's home. It's incinerated. A heartbroken Ben Stiller spoke out on Stephen Colbert.
What's going on out there is just so devastating. I just keep thinking about all the people affected and the first responders who are working so hard to save people's lives.
Former NYPD Blue actor William McNamara has been keeping a video diary as the fires ravage his neighborhood.
I'm trapped right now behind this structure. I can't get either side of it because they'll see the embers. They're coming on both sides.
He manages to make his way out.
Yep, I think I'm back to safety.
Oh my God.
Musician Sheila E. evacuated with her instruments in the back seat of her car.
It's smoky. The air quality is bad. I just have my music in the car.
This is what Paris Hilton saw as she returned to her burned out home. Piles of rubble and smoldering ruins. The heartbreak is truly indescribable, she writes on social media.
That was my daughter's school, Governor.
A heated moment as Governor Gavin Newsom is confronted by an angry mom after her daughter's school burned down. He says he's on the phone with President Biden.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I have to get cell service.
Fitness guru Jillian Michaels lost her home during the 2018 wildfires, and she says the governor needs to do more.
If you looked at California as a corporation, you have a failing CEO.
Well, those people are catching hell, and because a lot of them, they think, well, because I'm a star, I got money, it shouldn't gonna happen to me. I live in Malibu, I live in this rich neighborhood. When the grid go down, I will do this and stuff, and all those preppers and stuff. So do you think like those people weren't preppers? Do you think like the people that were in Malibu or Palisade or whatever the place that was, Pasadena, none of them were preppers? They weren't prepping? They didn't have enough food, enough money, enough water, enough medication, ammunition in the house when this thing happened. This guy was a lottery winner. He's a billionaire, so to speak. Edwin Castro won the lottery, and then his home burned down. That was his blessing. He received it. Now she's running out. All right. How long we're into this thing? I don't want to go too much into this. I got 2 more minutes. Let's go on moving. Okay.
I'm looking at the chimney of somebody that I loved who died there.
Yeah, and
somebody who died in that home?
Yeah, it just makes it a little bit
it's
easier.
too awful to talk about. It's just kind of unimaginable, and so I reached out to Chef and just said,
I think the key is
Save the Children is getting up and running here in LA to help kids in shelters and to help with social emotional and to make sure that to work with hand in hand with the Red Cross to make sure that shelters are set up for little babies and moms and kids and fathers and
You can't stop the Most High Wrath. You can't make this up. 6383. You know what to do. Pluto is in the midst, man. We're manifesting our blessing. And you know what's going on here in that ambulance right here? People like to say in that ambulance. This ambulance right here, this paramedic truck, telling you this is what's coming. Right after she said these words.
They're set up for little babies and moms and kids and fathers, and while we get set up, it's just like you need to do something with your hands, and so I took advantage a little bit of celebrity privilege and called Chef and said, please, can I come with you? I can think of 7 schools that are gone without even turning my head. Just my friends' kids are just, what are they going to, when? And
7 schools where you indoctrinated your children to look at our children as 3/5, as inferior. You know, you guys are, you know, we Hollywood this and we Hollywood that, nothing going to happen to us. And there you go.
What will it be like? So I just want to, you just want to be part of something that's helping. We've always felt really, really lucky to be here, and we still do, because we're still part of the community. You know, a church is not the building or the steeple or the preschool or the Sunday school, or the church is the people, and the same as the community. We're gonna have to co-create what this is going to be from here, and we are going to have to be God's hands. And
what was that?
Going to have to be God's hands. 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 Be God's hands. Be God's hands. Be God's hands. And trying to serve each other and serve our community, and that is just something I love so much about what Chef does. There's so much good to look for and to donate to, and we can feel the love from the rest of the country, and we're grateful. We need that brotherhood and sisterhood.
Yeah. Brotherhood and sisterhood being God's hand. No, Jennifer, God's hands is upon you. Okay, you got the National Guard here, these dudes here. Right after everything is burned down, right after, everything is gone, those guys just standing there being heroes. And people were like, well, we safe, man. The National Guard is here, stop you looters. Try to loot those, burning down a home. Yeah! America! Shit. I mean, Humvees and Hish. Checking this dude over there in that car, make sure that you're not looting in his, Yeah, man, we got guns, man. That fire was lucky. He already left. We're gonna shoot his ass. Yeah, got the National Guard here, we got those people over there, assessing the damage, make sure you catch those people that are setting the fire here. We are the National Guard, son. What's up with you? Let's drive around here in our Humvees, man. Drive around this place right here. What's up with those people over there? Something going on here? Checking your ass right there. What's up? Gang, nigga. What's up, man? Yeah. What's up? We here, nigga. What's up? Where's the fire? They run. The fire run when we got here. We all the National Guard, nigga. What's up with you? Yeah, what up, son? That's right, gang, man. Coming over there and then do stuff, Yeah. That fire is lucky, man. We'll shoot it, run that Humvee upside his neck. Yeah, that's what you military people do. All right, let's keep on moving.
Let's head out to Robert Ray, Fox Weathers. He's been out there. He's in Malibu right now. Robert, different, obviously.
How long we are into the good grief. All right.
From what I'm seeing right here, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Bob, I'm standing in Malibu on Pacific Coast Highway right now. Communications are spectacularly difficult at this point. Cell phone service and the rest of it, and you see why. Look at all of this debris here behind me. Literally, homes and businesses gone, incinerated, some of them actually falling into the Pacific. We see debris out there, mangled metal as far as the eye can see. And as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna step out of the camera and have Clint zoom in as far as you can, Clint, on just how far this debris goes, and it is still smoldering.
You people live right on the ocean, right underwater, yet your home burned down. Talking about firefighters, they had more water, they would have, no, they're not. Your home is right there and then it burns down.
Have fires underneath the depth of these piles. And all of this came from the Palisades fire, which we're on the border, Malibu and Pacific Palisades. The air is filled with smoke and particles. And unfortunately, this fire continues to smolder and even flare up at points when those Santa Ana winds kick up. They did yesterday evening, and that was an issue, and we've been going through that all day long. We tried to get up into these hills throughout the night and could not because of down power lines
can't stop.
and boulders that have come down on some of the roadways.
The Most High Rough, the Holy One, shot you down.
And then also lack of communication, unfortunately. And maybe you're seeing some of this video from around the area here. You know, this all really started on Tuesday with hurricane force Santa Ana winds, 70 to 100 miles per hour, intense. And then the dry conditions in this area. Now we have the largest acreage fire in Los Angeles County history, over 20,000 acres, which is the Palisades fire, destroying neighborhoods. 10,000 structures in ruin, over 50,000 structures in Los Angeles area, threatened multiple fires. The Eaton fire where Marissa Torres has been, that is also being worked on as far as containment. That is over 14,000 acres burned. And I tell you what, maybe the worst part about all this is the fact that people's livelihoods, family homes are gone. Just look at this, you see a hydrant leaking water right now from underneath. And that's an issue that many firefighters have had throughout this period of days, getting water out of some of these hydrants to fight these fires. And unfortunately, 10 people have lost their lives. There are many injured, and these Santa Ana winds continue to kick up. They will kick up again throughout next week. And that is a huge concern here as I walk the Pacific Coast Highway. And gosh, look at this. You can even see the beautiful ocean as it comes in, cascades in, and the smoldering debris below. Once a home here, a place that everybody knows, Malibu, California. And now a lot of it in total ruin, as well as all of these neighborhoods in the hills. Reinforcements have come in from around other states. There are National Guard here. There are aerial assaults to try and put fire retardant down and water on these pockets. And they're doing their best at this point now that the winds have calmed down. They need to move quickly, and they are, because these Santa Ana winds are going to kick up again, and they have to try and stop all of this before that occurs one more time. There are a lot of questions being asked by locals, a lot of fingers being pointed to politicians. All of that will be hashed out at some point, but right now we are still in a fluid, active fire environment with a death count that has risen, and injuries that have risen, and containment that is at least on a vertical move, but still not there yet. Bob, back to you.
Robert, I mean, it's unimaginable how these fires just roar through such a nice-looking community. What is the nature of the path of destruction? Is it every single structure taken out, or are there some places that have survived? What does it look like?
I mean, as far as Malibu goes, on Pacific Coast Highway, a lot of them are gone. There are spotty structures that are still there. That's the way these wildfires work when they
Unbelievable. Robert, thank you for the report out there. It's just that massive, it's almost like horizon to horizon. It's terrible to see. Robert Ray, thank you. We will check back in with you again a little bit later on this afternoon.
All right, well, as you can see, beloved, excuse me. As you can see, beloved, 83 they have nothing going on. They don't know what's going on. They can't stop this. And this thing, it's only going to get worse. It will happen I almost say England, but it will happen in Europe. It will happen all over the world because those people are being taken down. They are being weakened and they are weak. They always come out, well, we will rebuild, we will do this, we will do that. No, you won't. You can't. So those folks are going to do the best that they can to try to put themselves in a place of being resilient and courageous. No, you're not. Get the book. I will see you folks tomorrow for the last day of the Wind of Change prayer. Be at peace. There will be no Jacob's trouble. Let none coming and try to disturb your peace. Shalom.